Hey, welcome back to another video. In this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding a view for our contacts within our actual application. So right now on your simulator on your phone, you can go to your contacts by clicking on the contacts app, and it's going to pull up your contacts view and it'll list out your contacts for you. But rather than having to go into the contacts section, maybe when we want to add our contacts to our app and have that view pull information from our contacts list into our app. Well, the first thing you have to do is you have to show the contacts list to the user of your app in order for them to choose what contact they want to pull the information from. So what we'll do is we'll go to our main tab bar controller and we'll add in another tab here. And I'm going to call this controller contact view controller. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll create this controller now. So we'll go into our controllers, new file, and this will be our contacts, our contact view controller. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll create that here as well, contact view controller. It's going to inherit from that UI view controller like the other ones did. And we're going to set the init method. Actually, I'll copy that one from our map view so we can get that custom image in there. And so I'll just replace that, change the tag to 7, change map to contacts, and I'll save that through. So right after that, we're going to call our load view. And in the load view, we're going to set our view to a new UI view. Okay, and then we're going to set the background of this view. Background color equals UI color of, I like white color, so we'll stick with that. Then right below that, we want to create a label, or not a label, but a button. And so we'll do UI button, and we'll create a new UI button so that we can click on this button and show the contacts area. So we'll create this new variable called button. We're going to set it to UI button.new, and then this button needs to show up on our view. So we're going to have to set the frame for it. We're not using auto layouts for this one just because it's going to be real quick. So we'll do a button.frame, and then we need to pass in the two arrays here. The first one's going to be for the X and Y axis. So we'll do a 20 by 200 down, and then what we'll do is we'll pass in the width and the height. So it'll be 300 by 30. That should be good. Then we set the button set title. So if we go back into our UI button, set title for state. So we'll just take this so we can use that as our model. So set title, then we pass in a string, and the string will be view contacts for now. View contacts, and then we will set it for state, and this will be a UI control state of normal. So its normal state, what it normally looks like, is going to have the view contacts as its title. Then, so that we can see it on the white background, I believe by default button font color is white. So if we're going to have this white background, what we want to do is we want to set a title color. So set title color for state. So the color is going to be a UI color, and we're going to set this to a black color. So UI color of black color. Then for the state, this will be for the UI control state of normal. So same thing here. And then what we'll do is do a button dot set target. So this is going to be much like what we do in the main view controller. If we're taking a look at this add target right here, what we'll do is we'll just copy this over, make it a little quicker on ourselves. So add target, and it will be self, so on this view controller. And what we'll do is we'll show the contacts, and this will be for a UI control event touch up inside. So when they touch the button, or when they tap the button, and as soon as they let go, it'll touch up inside that button, and it'll trigger this event. So what we'll do now is we will show, so we're going to take the view, we're going to show, or not show, but add subview. And the subview that we're going to be adding to our view is the button. Okay, so we pass that through. Now what we need to do is we need to do two things. We need to create the action that this button will trigger when you touch up inside. So we'll do define show contacts. We're going to put our contacts controller information or code. Okay, so what we'll do is let's just run this real quick. So I'll restart my simulator here, and we will run this, and we should see the contacts or the address within the, or the contacts within the more area. Then we click on that, we should see the button. If we click on this, it'll actually crash because we haven't created the show contacts method. So if I click on it, I guess it's not crashing, but it's not calling anything, because while we do have this show contacts method created, but we haven't passed in any code in here. So what we'll do is we'll go back into our documentation and we will look up contacts. And if we look right below, we will see that we can call a CN contacts store. So what we'll do is we'll just type in CN contacts and just see what that pulls up. Now, what we'll see is a couple of other classes here, and the one we're looking for is a CN contact picker view controller. And what this will do for us is it'll show a contact picker, which is essentially the same thing you saw earlier in this video where it's showing the different contacts. But this contact picker will allow our app to choose a contact from that view, and then we can do something with that contact. For example, extracting the contact information and placing it into our app. For this video, we're just going to be showing the view, and then maybe in future videos we can go ahead and demonstrate grabbing that contact and putting it into our application. So what we'll do here is we'll grab this class and we're going to create it. So we're going to do contacts controller, and we're going to set that CN contact picker view controller, going to be new. Then what we need to do is go into our documentation, and if we go to the top, it says import statement. We need to grab the contacts UI framework, and we actually need to include that within our rake file. So go to rake file, and right after core location, we will go ahead and we will add this in. So it's going to include it within the array. Then of course save your rake file, then you can close that out, and next time you build it, it will go ahead and it will include that contacts UI framework. And we will set, because this needs a delegate, the delegate to self. So we can see that, and we need a delegate here and set that to self. Next, we need to go ahead and present this controller within our actual contact view controller. So what we'll do is we'll do self.present view controller, and what I'll do is I'll pull in the contacts controller, set animated to true, and then I will set completion to nil. Okay, and with that, we should be able to restart our simulator, go to our contacts section, and then in the contacts section, once we click on that tab, it should allow us to click on the button, this view contacts button, and pull up our contacts area. So great, it's working perfectly right now. And as you see, you can go ahead and you can view our contact examples that the simulator provides us. And right now it's not actually allowing us to pick anything. It's because we don't have the code for that in our contact view controller, but we can cancel out of that. And what it'll allow us to do is see that contacts controller again, and we can open it if we would like to by clicking on that button once more. So that is it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Again, thanks so much for watching. You guys have a great one.